Hi there, Raj here from Trading College. Just having a quick look at the markets and where we're placed and giving you an update really on that newsletter that I did last Friday. So it was a pretty successful one, to be honest. We had a really nice pullback in the indices, which we projected around that date. So up here, I've got a daily chart. So let's go and see where Friday last week was. So that was just here. So it was on this day when the markets were rolling over. So we had a really strong rollover in the Nasdaq here, and then I had these levels in, and we've had a nice bounce back up off of those levels. If you're going to ask me now whether we're bullish or bearish, it's a really difficult question. Okay, me personally, I am bullish, but it comes with a couple of caveats. Okay, so let's go and have a look at this. So from the technical standpoint, we've then got this level, this hurdle that we need to break through, okay? The 76.4 Fibonacci zone, because if we don't, we could have a pattern which is something like this. And for those of you who are Elliott Wave analysts and love Elliott Wave, that's going to bring you something like that, okay? It could also stop at the 61.8 where it is right now. That's also something that I would need you guys to consider, is the fact that it's either the 76.4 or the 61.8 that gives you that 1-2 wave down formation for this to potentially be a wave 3 on the short side, okay? So, but at the moment, because we've got the positive momentum trigger, and because we're looking pretty bullish at the bounce off the bottom on the higher time frames, and by the higher time frames I mean the weekly, like that, you can see how bullish that is. I'm still long on the index, okay? So it's a bit convoluted, I understand, but it is what it is. Markets aren't straightforward all the time. Now let's have a quick look at euro dollar, and euro dollar is still on the short side on the weekly. You can see that we had the bounce with the move back up, and this was another thing that we said last Friday. So let's have a bit of an update about where we are today on the daily chart. And again, let's let me just get rid of this horizontal line. That's something that I was talking about the other day, the vertical line, sorry. And we've had a bounce off the moving average, down, negative trend predictor, and back down. So that's worked really, really nicely. I'm still bearish on this, but this also comes with a caveat. The reason why I'm bearish on it, and what I need to see to get the continuation of this bearishness, is a break of this level on the downside, which is roughly at 116.63. And if that breaks to the downside, we could see a fib extension to the downside over here. And remember, that is a caveat. This would be first target, so 116. Second target will be down at 115.17. Okay, so that's where I'm thinking for euro dollar and the indices. Let's go and have a look at the DAX as well then, because remember, the DAX has changed from being the Germany 30 to the Germany 40. There's 40 companies in the DAX now. And we've got a rejection at my trend line. Now, that does not mean that I'm looking for a sell signal now. It could mean a short-term sell signal on an hourly chart or a 15-minute chart, but long-term, I'm still bullish on this. The reason why is because the market made a lower high, but it didn't make a lower low. Look at what happened here. So this circle there and this circle there found some great support there. And if this trend line breaks and holds, and I get a momentum trigger off of our proprietary storyteller indicator, I'm back in on the long side, okay? So I'm going to be pretty happy with that. We also just need to retake these moving averages. So just generally, I'm pretty bullish on the indices, but there are a few hurdles that I need to break and jump over before I go full bullish, full tilt on those, yeah? Now, let's go and check GBPUSD as well. And then at the end, we'll just do a couple of commodities, okay? So GBPUSD, really, really interesting chart. We had some bullishness from the Bank of England yesterday, and we saw the market move up quite highly. But on the day, we've actually pulled back 50% of that move. We need to see how much of this that we reject now, because this looks like a pretty solid support level for me. That looks like a really nice, strong support. So if we get a triple bounce and a break of that trend line, I'd be quite happy for a move up to 140 there. Yeah. As promised, let's look at some commodities. And the first one I'm going to pick is coffee. And let's choose Robusta. Coffee has been in a great uptrend. We've had a little pullback. And what you can see here is a two wave. Okay. So I'm expecting some weakness, just a small bit of weakness. But I'm looking for excuses to get on the long side in coffee. That's one of the main ones that I wanna look at. Copper. Let's go and pick up normal copper here. This one is really, really intriguing me at the moment, because what I need to see here for the long side is a break of a trend line like that, something like that to the upside. I need to see some type of move here for me to get fully bullish, and really nice technical zones here. Touch the 200 period moving average, touch the 200 period moving average there. If you did take this momentum trigger trade, you would still be in it because we haven't broken to that wave low here. Okay, so your stop loss wouldn't have been triggered. So that trade is still running, whoever's in that, and good luck with it, because I think you're on the right side. I just think it depends on things that are beyond your control, like dollar strength or something like that. So that's pretty much it from me. Hope it all goes all right. Good luck, and I'll speak to you next Friday.